Chalo. Very good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine. Last class we completed subsidiary book. Any doubt in that? So one doubt came, sir, in advantage of subsidiary book, please explain last point. So last point I have given means I have given the first point division of work, then increase in efficiency, then saving of time, then availability of information and facility in checking. Now just try to, if I am saying facility in checking, so when I discuss trial balance, it might happen that trial balance is not tallied. So there may be some difference. So difference means there is some error. So if you want to identify error related to purchase, so can I say you can only refer purchase book. Means if you are maintaining journal, if you are maintaining only journal, can I say you need to check all the transaction even though it is not related to purchase. So it will take more time, correct now. But if you know that mistake is only in purchase, you can only refer purchase book. So can I say it will facilitate in checking. Understood this point now? Yes sir, understood. Correct. Then doubt came MCQs number 7 and 8. So let us discuss MCQ number 7 and 8. Okay. So MCQ number 7, a second hand motor car was purchased on credit from B brothers for rupees 10,000. So second hand motor car. So can I say motor car is not goods? Therefore it is a purchase of fixed asset. Correct. Therefore it will be recorded in what? Journal proper. It will be recorded in journal proper. Correct. 7, I think no doubt, there should not be any doubt. 7 will be recorded in journal proper because it is on credit from B brothers. So a second hand motor car. So motor car is not goods. So it will be recorded in journal proper. MCQ number 8. In which book of original entry? Books of original entry means what? Primary book. Means primary book. Now you know primary book can be subsidiary book also. Will you record bills receivable of rupees 1000 which were received from a debtor in full settlement of claim of rupees 1000 is dishonored. So it means dishonor of bill. So dishonor of bill will be recorded in journal proper. In journal proper. So it will be recorded in journal proper. Correct. Journal proper is also known as journal ledger. Sorry, journal. So general journal is also known as journal proper. So that I think it is written, you have automatically understand. Any doubt apart from 7 8? Now 7 8 you have understood? Correct. Any more doubt? No doubt. So today we'll start a new chapter. Chapter is chapter number 2, unit number 5, cash book. However, cash book is also a part of what? Cash book is also a part of subsidiary book, but it has been given as a separate chapter. Why it has been given as a separate chapter, you will automatically understand when I will do this chapter. Correct? So cash book. So can I say cash book is a subsidiary book? Is a subsidiary books. Subsidiary books means, can I say, in this subsidiary book we do recording, recording, correct, and therefore it is a primary books, or we can say books of original entry, books of original entry. Understood? So it is a subsidiary book, but its format is like ledger account. Its format is just like ledger account, means T-shaped format. T-shaped format, correct? And therefore, it is also known as principal book. Means it is a primary book as well as principal book. Primary book as well as principal book. So it means it is also a principal book. Principal book. Can I say principal book are those books from where balance can be extracted and then we can prepare trial balance. Correct now? So balance can be extracted from principal book for the preparation of trial balance. Means from cash book we can find out the balance of cash and bank. Balance of cash and bank. Therefore, it is also known as what principal book. Correct? Understood? Correct. So why it is known as principal book? Why? Because the balance of cash and bank, cash and bank can be derived from what? From cash book, from cash book for the preparation of trial balance. For the preparation of trial balance. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? Bolo. Any doubt? So can I say cash book is a book, subsidiary book as well as what? Principal book. As well as principal book. And therefore there was a need of a separate chapter. Why? Because as per whatever we have done in last class, we have done purchase book. Purchase book was not in a T-shape format. Only there was one amount column. You remember? Correct? But in cash book, it will be what? T-shape format, means debit side and credit side. Now we need to understand how to prepare cash book. So write down types of cash book. Types of cash book. Point number one. First is known as simple cash book. Simple cash book. Simple cash book also known as single column cash book. Single column cash book. So there will be only one column which will represent cash column. It means it will have only one column, that is cash column, means only cash received and cash payment will be recorded. Means it will record only cash received and cash payment. Understood what I am saying? Yes sir. Second, point number two. Second is what? Double column cash book. Double column cash book. Now, in case of double column cash book, there can be two type of cash book. First is what? Having cash and bank column. Cash and bank column. Correct? Means it will have both cash and bank column. Means we record all the receipt in cash, all the receipt in bank also, as well as payment of cash and payment from bank will be recorded. Correct? And it may also be what? Cash and discount column. Cash and discount column. Are you getting what I'm saying? It can be having cash and discount column, but it cannot be bank and discount column. So when I am saying cash book, so cash column is mandatory. Cash column is mandatory, means bank and discount column is not possible. If I say two column, so bank and discount column is not possible. So this is not possible, means in cash book cash column is mandatory. Cash column is mandatory. Point number three. Point number three will be triple column cash book. triple column cash book. So I think you have understood. In triple column cash book, we'll have cash column, bank column, and what? And discount column. Discount column. Understood? So all cash receipt and payment will be recorded, bank receipt and payment will be recorded, and also discount received and allowed will be also recorded. Correct? Understood? So can I say, if I give you the format of triple column cash book, so automatically it will cover simple column cash book and double column cash book. So I will only explain you triple column cash book. Then we'll take some questions of what? Single column, double column, and triple column cash book. So if I say triple column cash book, triple column cash book. So what will be the format? So it will be a T-shape format, T-shape format. Correct? In which we'll have three amount column, three amount column. Correct? One will be ledger folio. Why ledger folio? Because from this transaction will be posted in ledger. Correct? Yes, sir. And then one date and particular column. Date and particular column means this will be date, this is particulars, this is ledger folio. Correct? This is cash, bank, and discount, and discount. Understood this point? Similarly, in the right hand side also, this column will be there. So what are the column? Same. Correct? Date, particular, cash, bank, and discount. So date column, particulars, cash, अच्छा, ledger folio, cash, bank, and discount. Correct? This will be debit side, this will be credit side. Understood? This is one format. I think format you understood. Bolo. Any doubt about format? Any doubt about format? So if it is simple column, so only cash column. If it is double column, so either it can be cash bank or cash discount. Triple column, आप समझ गए? Have you understood this point? Bolo. Correct. Now, can I date to, I think you have understood this, the date to transaction date will be there. Now, in case of particular, if I say debit side, so can I say all the receipt will be recorded in debit side? Means receipt in cash or receipt in bank will be recorded in what? Debit side. Correct? So all the receipt will be recorded in debit side, and all the payment will be recorded in credit side. Correct? Understood this point? And can I say it will start with two balance brought down? Two balance brought down. So can I two balance brought down means opening balance of cash and opening balance of bank. Okay, discount being a nominal account, the opening balance of nominal account is not possible because it is already closed last year. Correct now. So can I say discount will have no opening balance. Discount will have no opening balance. This point have you understood? This point have you understood? Bolo. Correct? So can I say it will start with opening balance of cash and bank, opening balance of cash and bank. So can I say it is a primary book, books of original recording, books of original entry. Then also we are posting यहाँ पर. So if you are posting, so can I say it will give a closing balance, and closing balance जब मिलेगा, so can I say it is directly can be placed in trial balance. There is no need to prepare cash account and bank account. There is no need to prepare cash account and bank account. Correct? Understood this point? Yes, sir. Now, when we receive some amount, so at the time of receipt, can I say we allow discount? So can I say when I say discount column in debit side, this is discount allowed. This is discount allowed. Correct? Understood? And when we pay, so that time we receive discount. तो can I say this is discount received? This is discount received. Correct? It means, can I say, there are actually four account we are dealing. There are three column but four account. One is cash account, one is bank account, one is discount allowed account, and one is discount receive account. One is discount receive account. Correct? Have you understood? Now whatever we are receiving, we will write down यहाँ पर. Correct? Understood? Discount if allowed we will write down यहाँ पर, and whatever we are paying, we will write down this side. And if any discount is received, we will write down this side, this column. Correct? Can I say at the end we will balance cash column, will balance cash column, will balance cash column and bank column. Means we'll do balancing of cash column and bank column, but discount column will not be balanced. Discount column will not be balanced. Why? Because discount, it is not a discount account. One column represent discount allowed, one column represent discount received. तो उसको आप नेट ऑफ नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो ओनली बैलेंस किसका बनाओगे? बैलेंस कैश कॉलम एंड बैंक कॉलम का. करेक्ट? तो कैन डिस्काउंट कॉलम विल नॉट बी बैलेंस. तो डिस्काउंट कॉलम विल बी ओनली टोटल. डिस्काउंट कॉलम विल बी ओनली टोटल. आप समझे? डिस्काउंट कॉलम विल बी ओनली टोटल. तो डिस्काउंट कॉलम को आप क्या करते हो? टोटल करते हो. तो डिस्काउंट कॉलम विल बी टोटल एंड टोटल ऑफ डिस्काउंट अलाउड. दिस total of discount allowed will be debited to discount allowed account in ledger. The total of discount allowed will be debited in discount allowed account ledger. Means there is a need to prepare discount allowed account in ledger. Similarly, this total of discount received will be credited to discount received account. Correct? Have you understood this point? And this closing balance will be recorded directly in trial balance. Means there is no need to prepare cash account and bank account in ledger if you are preparing triple column cash book. So this closing balance will be directly आप समझ रहे, will be directly recorded in trial balance. तो आप directly from cash book से trial balance में जा रहे हैं. It means it is also a form of principal book. Correct ना? It is just like we are treating like a principal book. तो ledger account बनाने की जरूरत नहीं. But which two account? Cash account and bank account. Discount allowed account and discount receive account will be prepared. Have you understood this much? You understood? Then I'll give some important notes. बताओ. बोलो. Understood? Let down. Write down some important point. Cash column in cash book are balanced, correct, are balanced, and it will always have debit balance, debit balance, correct. Point number 2, देखो, bank column represent current account opened, current account with bank, with bank. So when I say bank column represents current account with bank, current account with bank. So when I say current account with bank, so normally in a bank we can open three types of account. One is known as saving account, one is known as current account, one is known as fixed deposit account. Are you getting? Correct? But bank column represent current account with bank. Right? Norm Normally in bank, three types of account can be opened. Point number A, saving account. Point number B, current account. And point number C, fixed deposit account. Are you getting? Now, saving account is for personal transactions. Personal transactions. Correct now. So normally, can I say every person had two type of what affair? One is personal transaction, one is business transaction. So whenever we want to do some business transaction, for the business transaction, normally we open current account in a bank. Current account in a bank. So can I say current account is for business transactions? Business transactions. So when I am saying bank, when I am saying cash book, so cash book we are preparing for business. It means it will represent current account. It will represent current account, not saving account, not saving account. But sometimes what happen? Ki saving account is also used for business transaction. Means suppose a proprietor, normally what happen if a proprietorship is there, normally will not open current account, saving account में सारा काम कर देता है. In that case, cash book may have what saving account, but in a practical scenario, cash book में जो bank column है, that will represent what? Current account, not saving account. And fixed deposit is one type of what? Deposit, which is where we have deposited some amount, and that amount will be receivable after some year. So that is only one type of investment. So fixed deposit is just an investment in bank, investment in bank. So for that we do not prepare cash book, because there we do not deposit and withdraw. So can I say in this normally we deposit and withdraw the amount, withdraw the amount, correct. So this is for deposit and withdrawal of amount whenever required. But fixed deposit, once you have deposited, you can withdraw after the specified time period, specified time period, correct. I said normally, मैंने यहाँ लिखा normally, means I am not discussing about all types of account. आपने अब आरडी लिख दिया, अब कुछ और भी लिख दोगे, तो मैं उस सब के बारे में आपको बताने वाला नहीं हूँ. देयर आर मेनी अदर अकाउंट व्हिच यू कैन ओपन इफ यू नो दैट. तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. So saving account, current account, fixed deposit. Have you understood these 3 points? These 3 points you have understood. तो पर्सनल ट्रांजेक्शन, तो ऑफकोर्स व्हेन वी आर सेइंग अबाउट बैंक कॉलम डज नॉट डिनोट सेविंग अकाउंट, बैंक कॉलम रिप्रेजेंट current account, correct? Now in case of current account, bank allowed to withdraw more than deposit. So bank permit to withdraw more than deposit, correct? So in current account we can withdraw more than deposit. Suppose you have deposited 1 lakh but you can withdraw 1,20,000. It means, can I say, bank overdraft mein there can be some credit balance. Credit balance means it become a liability. It become a liability. आपने deposit किया 1 lakh, so it means it is your asset, but you have withdrawn 1,20,000. So 20,000 का difference आ गया. It means now it is payable to bank. So it will have a credit balance, correct? So permit to withdraw more than deposit as to the extent of to the extent of sanctioned limit, correct? So can I say, if the withdrawal is more than deposit, it means that bank account can have credit balance also, correct? So can I say, bank column bank column will be also balanced, and such balance and bank may have, yeah, bank column may have debit or credit balance or credit balance, correct? Can I say the debit balance of bank will be will be an asset, correct? And the credit balance of bank is known as is known as overdraft balance, overdraft balance, correct? Overdraft balance, and will be a liability, will be a liability, will be a liability. Have you understood this point? Have you understood the entire point for cash and bank? So cash column cannot have credit balance, because you cannot do payment more than what the balance whatever you have. तो cash column cannot have credit balance. Cash column का हमेशा क्या होगा? Debit balance. Means if cash column में credit balance आ रहा, means you have done something wrong. You have done something wrong. But bank column may have credit balance or debit balance. You need to be careful whether it is a credit balance or debit balance. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. Correct. Understood? Write down. If cash book is maintained as a part of subsidiary book, there is no need to prepare there is no need to prepare cash account and bank account in ledger. I think this point also you have understood. Yes, sir. Point number 4. देखो, discount column are not balanced, are not balanced, correct? Understood? But they are totaled. They are only totaled, correct? Understood? Total of discount column, discount column, understood? Discount column will be posted, will be posted to debit side of discount allowed account and credit side of discount received account, as the case may be. I think you have understood my English. As the case may be. Understood this point? Yes, sir. Correct. Understood. We can take some question, but before doing some question, let us do some special transactions. Read on special transactions related to cash book. Special transaction related to cash book. Up to this, any doubt? Correct. Up to this, any doubt? So write down first. Point number A. Check received from a party and immediately deposited into bank. Means you have received check and immediately deposited. Immediately deposited. Correct. Now once you deposit it, so your bank balance will increase. So what journal entry will pass? देखो, point number 1, for receipt and deposit, दोनों एक साथ हो रहा है. For receipt and deposit, what journal entry? Journal entry is bank account debit to party, whatever party we have. So it means it will be posted in what? Bank column of cash book, but debit side. So it will be posted in debit side of bank column, because receipt है. Understood this point? Correct. So you receive for receipt and deposit of check. ये समझे? And it might happen that check is dishonored दैट चेक इज डिसऑनर्ड आफ्टर सम डे। करेक्ट, चेक डिसऑनर हो गया, आपने डिपॉजिट किया बट चेक डिसऑनर हो गया, तो चेक इज आल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ व्हाट, इट इज वन टाइप ऑफ नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट, करेक्ट ना। तो वट एवर जर्नल एंट्री यू हैव डन फॉर बिल डिसऑनर, सेम टाइप ऑफ जर्नल एंट्री वी शुड राइट नाउ। यहाँ पर इसको रिवर्स कर देते हैं, तो लिखो फॉर डिसऑनर ऑफ चेक, बताओ व्हाट जर्नल एंट्री for dishonor of such check, it will be party account debit to bank, to bank. So it will be posted in credit side of bank column, credit side of bank column. Have you understood this point? I think very simple, कोई इसमें समस्या नहीं है। Then add on point number B. Correct. Point number B. लिखो check received from Mr. या from any party, correct, and deposited into bank, deposited into bank after some days, means not immediately, not immediately, correct ना। तो check received from party and deposited into bank after some days, तो यहां पे देखो तीन बातें हो रही है। फर्स्ट, check received, तो लिखो for check received, for check received, तो can I say once you have received the check and you have not deposited in the bank, so can you see your bank balance does not increase? So what journal entry will pass? You have received a check, check तो मिल गया, and is a negotiable instrument, means ये आपका asset है, तो will open one account, check in hand account, or you can simply write on check account, check in hand account to party, because you have received it, correct, check in hand account, correct. Now the question is that when you receive a check, so your bank balance is not increased, so what, this check will be treated as cash equivalent, this check will be treated as cash equivalent, और हम cash column को increase करेंगे in cash book, because in cash book there is no check column, हम check column नहीं करते because there will be few transaction like this, तो check column बना के इसको complicate नहीं करना है, तो this check in hand will be treated as cash for cash book, understood what I am saying? So this will be posted in the debit side of cash column, debit side of cash column, means we'll assume that this check is nothing but equal to cash, this check is equal to currency note, are you getting? We have some check and that check को भी हम किसी को endorse कर सकते हैं, तो it will be equivalent to cash, it will be equivalent to cash but will not increase bank balance. Have you understood this point, this point? Then point number 2, for deposit in bank, now after some day it was deposited into bank, for deposit in bank it was deposited into bank, but what journal entry will pass now? So the check was received, then we have done the journal entry check account debit to party, now this check was deposited into bank, तो bank balance is increased, तो बताओ what journal entry will pass? अब हम कौन सा journal entry पास करेंगे? Everyone बोलो। What journal entry? Anyone can try? Very good. So can you see your bank balance will increase? Bank account debit to what? Check in hand. Check in hand account. You can also write on check account, chalega. But I am just writing check in hand because in institute book your check in hand account has been given. Correct? Understood? So batao. It will be recorded in bank column ki cash column. So can you see it will be recorded in both bank column and cash column. तो बैंक कॉलम में हम करेंगे डेबिट साइड ऑफ बैंक कॉलम एंड यहां लिखेंगे क्रेडिट साइड ऑफ कैश कॉलम. Understood this point? So you can see this special transaction is completed, means the posting of this special transaction completed in cash book only, means there is no other account affected, only cash book is affected by this. Debit side may be or credit side may, such type of transaction is known as contra entry. I think you might be knowing which affect both cash and bank is known as contra entry. तो इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? contra entry. Contra, not compound entry, contra entry. Understood? So any transaction which affect both cash column and bank column in cash book, which affect both cash column and bank column in cash book, will be contra entry. Will be contra entry. Have you understood this point? Correct. Then point number 3. Suppose this check is dishonor. So like for dishonor of such check, means you deposited into bank but after some time you found that this check is dishonor. So can you see reverse the entry? So now what journal entry will pass? You only see, can you see you need to decrease the bank and party account को debit करना है. तो party account debit to bank, party account debit to bank, and this will be credit side of bank column. Credit side of bank column. Are you able to understand? I think you are able to understand this special transaction. Correct? Have you done this type of transaction before? क्या आपने क्लास 11 12 में this type of transaction have you done it? बोलो. Any doubt in this? So just compare the point number A. When I see check received from a party and immediately deposit, तो वहां पे check received and deposited is done on the same day. Therefore directly we do bank account debit to party. Correct ना? But यहाँ पे check received kept with us for some day and after some day it was deposited. तो पहले check account open किए, then we increase the balance of bank. Have you done this type of transaction before? Yes sir, I think you have done. Correct. Now one more point. Point number C. Write down. लिखो. Check received from a party and 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 endorsed such check to other party after some day. Understood? So check being a negotiable instrument can be endorsed, उसको endorse कर सकते, बोले yes or no? Yes, it can be endorsed. तो बताओ. For receipt of check, what journal entry? For receipt of check, what journal entry? It is what? Check account debit, check in hand account debit to party. Normally we receive check from debtor only, so I can write on debtor also. So this is what? debit side of cash column, debit side of cash column. Correct? बताओ. For endorsement of bill, what journal entry? You'll say. For endorsement of check, for endorsement of check to other party. But what will be journal entry for this? For endorsement of check to other party, what will be journal entry? बोलो. Very good. It will be endorsee account debit to check in hand. बताओ. Whether it will be recorded in cash book. Whether it will be recorded in cash book. बताओ. Point number 2. Whether it will be recorded in cash book. Everyone respond. Point number 2. Whether it will be recorded in cash book. Yes, it will be recorded. Why you are saying no? Check is treated as cash. It is what credit side of cash column. Cash column. Ha. This is not contra entry but. Now point number 3. For dishonor. For dishonor of such check. बताओ dishonor हो गया. Then what journal entry? तो क्या the journal entry what? बताओ. For dishonor of such check. इसका एंट्री बता दिए तो मान जाएंगे. बताओ. For dishonor of such check. For dishonor of such check. इसका एंट्री बता दिए तो मान जाएंगे आपको. यहां आप लिख सकते हो डेटर. टू पार्टी यहां लिख लो डेटर. Excellent. If you are saying party account debit to endorsee means excellent means you have understood. Very good. Excellent. I was not expecting correct answer but you have given lovely. So can I say it is party or we can say debtor account debit to what? To endorsee. To endorsee. And endorsee is normally creditor. Correct. तो can I say this transaction will not be recorded in cash book? तो ये बड़ा मिस्टेक हो सकता है. Dishonor of such check will never be recorded in cash book. तो can I say not recorded in cash book. तो this is recorded where? इसको कहाँ record करेंगे? This is recorded in journal proper. Correct. So this transaction will be recorded in journal proper. Understood this point? So this transaction will be recorded in journal proper. Have you understood this point? Bolo. Any doubt? I think you have understood. Correct? Understood this point? Then add on point number D. Contra transaction or entry. Entry. So what is the contra entry? देखो any transaction which is recorded in both cash column and bank column of cash book. That is, that is transactions for which posting is completed in cash book is known as contra entry. Contra entry, correct? Understood? Because such contra entry is denoted by what? You must be knowing by letter C in ledger folio. So we write on letters in ledger folio. Why ledger folio? Because there is no corresponding page in ledger. वहाँ ledger में posting ही नहीं हो रहा है इसका. Therefore write on C so that we can understand this is contra entry. This is contra entry. Understood? By letter C ledger folio. This point have you understood? Yes sir. देखो examples of contra entry are what? First is what? Point number A is what? या point number 1 लिखो. Point number 1, cash deposited into bank. Into bank. बताओ what journal entry? Journal entry क्या होगा? This will bank account debit to cash. Correct? Then point number 2, cash withdrawn from bank. Cash withdrawn from bank. So whenever it is given cash withdrawn from bank, it is always for business purpose until it's specified in the question that it has been withdrawn for some personal purpose. Are you getting? So if question is silent, it is always for business purpose. Business purpose. So what journal entry? So cash will increase and bank will decrease. So cash account debit to bank. Correct? Then point number 3. Correct. Can I say check which was earlier received and now deposited already we discussed this. So what journal entry? Bank account debit to check, and check will be treated like what? Cash. Understood? These all three means there are only 3 examples for what? Contra entry. There are 3 examples of contra entry. I think you have understood this point. Correct. That down. Point number E. Right down. Following transactions following transactions are not contra entry. Are not contra entry. Means in exam I found a student are sometimes confused about following transaction कि whether it is a contra entry, it is not a contra entry. This is धोखा. बचेंगे, धोखा है. Correct ना? तो following transactions are not contra entry. तो by this transaction हो सकता है परेशान हो जाओ. तो I'm just clarifying. You might be knowing. You might be knowing, so I'm just giving a clarification because it's my job to clarify you. Correct? Now you might be knowing that this is not a contra transaction. Point number one, cash withdrawn, cash withdrawn from bank for personal use. Personal use. Correct now. Very simple. The journal entry is drawing account debit to, but the drawing account debit to what? Drawing account debit to bank. Correct? Drawing account debit to bank. Correct? Bolo. So this will be posted. This will be posted in cash book, but this is not contra entry. I'm not saying this will not be posted in cash book. ये बात समझना. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि these are not contra entry. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? तो ये कहाँ post होगा? Credit side of bank column. Credit side of bank column. Point number two. देखो. Cash withdrawn by owner for personal use. इसमें ज्यादा नहीं है. तो जस्ट आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पॉइंट नंबर वन एंड पॉइंट नंबर टू. पॉइंट नंबर वन क्या, कैश विड्रॉन फ्रॉम बैंक फॉर पर्सनल यूज, ये ज्यादा धोखा है. पॉइंट नंबर टू, कैश विड्रॉन बाय ओनर फॉर पर्सनल यूज, दिस इज ड्रॉइंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश. ड्रॉइंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश. करेक्ट? ड्रॉइंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू, बताओ क्या हो जाएगा? कैश. तो दिस इज क्रेडिट साइड of cash column. Understood? Yes sir. Point number 3, ये भी थोड़ा खतरनाक है. cash introduced by owner by depositing into bank. तो कैश इंट्रोड्यूस बाय द ओनर बाय डिपॉजिटिंग इनटू बैंक. मतलब व्हाट जर्नल एंट्री, क्या जर्नल एंट्री पास करेंगे? व्हाट विल जर्नल एंट्री? बोलो. एवरीवन, it is very good. Bank account debit to capital. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैपिटल. जहां पे दोनों आ जाता है ना, कैश एंड बैंक, वहां डाउट था. देखो यहाँ कैश एंड बैंक है तो ऐसा लगता है कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री, बट इज नॉट कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री. बैंक विल इंक्रीज एंड कैपिटल विल इंक्रीज, मींस दिस विल पोस्टेड इन डेबिट साइड ऑफ बैंक कॉलम. बैंक कॉलम. तो विद दिस आई हैव डिस्कस एवरीथिंग अबाउट व्हाट कैश बुक. कैश बुक के लिए सारा पॉइंट खत्म हो गया. कैन वी डू सम क्वेश्चंस? करेक्ट? अंडरस्टूड? तो आई वांट दैट सिंपल कॉलम कैश बुक आप खुद कर लेना, मैं क्या कर रहा हूं. करेक्ट ना? तो कुछ कुछ आप भी करो. आई विल डू सम क्वेश्चन बट नॉट सिंपल कॉलम कैश बुक. एक बार चेक करते हैं कहां से क्वेश्चंस लेना स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो कहीं द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 1 विल बी योर होमवर्क. यू डू बाय योर ओन. करेक्ट? तो ये इंटर द फॉलोइंग ट्रांजेक्शन सिंपल कॉलम कैश बुक, कैन यू डू बाय योर ओन? बोलो. Can you do by your own? Illustration number 1. Yes sir, we can do. Then illustration number 2. Ganesh commenced the business on 1st April 2017 with 2000 as capital. he had the following cash transaction in the month of April 2017. Make out two column cash book, cash and discount column for the month of April 2017. चलो एक ये बना लेंगे, इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 2 कर लेते हैं, नहीं तो आप बोलोगे सर आप तो कुछ करते ही नहीं हो। करेक्ट, तो बना ले दिस। चलो इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 2, कम टू इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 2। तो विल प्रिपेयर कैश बुक, कैश बुक, डबल कॉलम कैश बुक। तो वन विल बी कैश कॉलम, वन विल बी डिस्काउंट कॉलम, वन विल बी लेजर फोलियो, डेट। बना लो। Then write down date, particulars, ledger folio, cash, discount, date, particulars, ledger folio, cash and discount. Can we do it? Can we start? चलो we'll start. So first transaction is on 1st April, that is deposited, means they Ganesh commenced the business on 1st April 2017 with 2000 as capital, means cash is introduced, इसका मतलब यही है। तो on 1st April to capital, receipt will come यहाँ पर to capital, how much, rupees 2000, डिस्काउंट में कुछ नहीं, yes sir, correct, yes sir। then what, then on 1st April purchase furniture and paid cash, purchase furniture, तो लिख लो बाई what, furniture account, by furniture account, how much payment done, 250, no discount, no discount। then purchase goods on 2nd April, purchase goods, तो purchase goods किया on 2nd April, बता by which account, by purchase, payment सारा यहाँ लिख देना है, by purchase account, how much, 500, no discount, no discount। then sold goods for cash, सेल कर दिया मीन्स रिसीव, तो यहां लिखेंगे 4th April to sales account, to sales account, how much received, 950, no discount, no discount। then 5th April paid cash to Ram Mohan 560, 560, and what they have written, he allowed a discount of 10, he allowed a discount of rupees 10, means both transaction will be done on the same date, correct ना, he allowed a discount of rupees 10, तो यहाँ लिखो 5th April पेमेंट किया बाय, किसको पेमेंट किया, राम मोहन, राम मोहन, करेक्ट, हाउ मच पेड 560 एंड हाउ मच डिस्काउंट 10, हाउ मच डिस्काउंट 10, ये भी हो गया, करेक्ट, अंडरस्टूड। तो he allowed discount में the date is given, that is misprinting, उसको काट दो. Means this date, because these two transactions will be done on the same day, paid cash and discount, तो ये जो date है वो गलत misprinting है, इसको काट दो. Correct? Yes sir. Then लिखा receive cash from Krishna and company 600 and allowed discount, means he has allowed discount, he has allowed a discount. तो जब बोलते paid cash and he allowed discount, he allowed discount means discount received है वो. आप समझे इस बात को? तो पेमेंट के केस में डिस्काउंट रिसीव एंड रिसीव के केस में डिस्काउंट अलाउड आएगा. दिस आई थिंक यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तो 6 अप्रैल टू, क्या नाम है, टू कृष्णा एंड कंपनी, टू कृष्णा एंड कंपनी, हाउ मच रिसीव 600 and discount allowed 20. Correct? Then 7th April paid for petty expenses, means some petty expenses with small expenses are paid, small expenses are paid. So on 7th April we write down by petty expenses. Correct? How much? 15 rupees is paid. Yes sir. Then 8 अप्रैल cash purchase, तो लिखेंगे 8 अप्रैल by purchase. How much purchase? 150. So we write down 150, 150 लिख दिया. Yes sir. Correct. Then paid for labor means wages. Correct. So on 13th April we write down by wages. Labor means we are doing wages expenses. Inventory में किया हमने ये चीज, तो 1000 has been paid to labor. Yes sir. Pay कर दिया. Then paid Ali and Sons 400 and they allowed discount. They allowed discount means what? उसने discount allow किया means we have received discount. Yes sir. तो on the same day 13th April by Ali and Sons, कितना? 408. Correct? Done. Now we'll do balancing for cash column and totaling for which column? Discount column. इस बात को समझे? Yes sir. तो can you give me first can you give me the total of discount? तो this is 20 यहाँ पर and this is 18, so you can see this will not be balanced, but we'll find out on 38 April balance of cash. तो by balance carried down, so of course receive will be more than what? Payment. So 2000 plus 950 plus 600, यह आ जाएगा 3550, यहाँ लिखेंगे 3550 and now we can find out balance. तो minus 250 minus 500 minus 560 minus 15 minus 150 minus 1000 and minus 100. तो बैलेंस कितना आया? 675. 675. Understood this point? Very simple. Any doubt? Have you understood? तो one question I have done double column, one question I will do triple column. खत्म हो जाएगा. करेक्ट? एक ट्रिपल कॉलम कर लें. बोलो. Let us do one triple column. तो illustration number 3 will be homework. Come to illustration number 5. Illustration number 5 करते हैं. One question let us do for triple column cash book. क्योंकि when there will be triple column cash book, then there will be contra entry also. Correct? So this illustration number 3 will be homework. Do by your own. Correct? We'll do illustration number 5. So come to illustration number 5. Yes sir. What they have written? Enter the following transaction in cash, bank with discount and bank. Cash book होना चाहिए. Cash book with discount and bank column. Check are first treated as cash. Oh ho ho. नहीं भी बोलता तो वही मानते. Even though not given, then also we would have done that only. Means check received will be first treated as cash बोल दिया. Yes, correct. Now they have given, तो बना लेते फटाफट. चलो फॉर्मेट बनाते हैं. तो we are doing illustration number 5, cash book. तो 3 column now. Can we start? तो write down date, particulars, and also one ledger folio will be there. Ledger folio. Then you can add on discount, then cash, then bank, date, particulars, discount. You can add on in any column any name. वो आपकी मर्जी है, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Understood this point? There will be one ledger folio also. Understood? चलो, can we start? So what they have given first March 2016. So 1st March 2016, first they have given opening balance to balance brought down. To balance brought down. तो टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. बता कैश कितना दिया? 15,000. कैश इज 15,000. बैंक, बट बैंक में दे दिया ओवरड्राफ्ट. ओहो, ओवरड्राफ्ट इन बैंक मींस क्रेडिट बैलेंस. मींस क्रेडिट बैलेंस तो यहां आ जाएगा 1st March 2016. तो कहने से बाई बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. तो in bank will have credit balance how much? 500. So I already said that bank may have credit balance. Bank may have credit balance. Understood this point? Yes sir. Then 2nd March 2016 बोला cash sales. तो we write on two sales account. How much? It is 3,000. तो 3,000 लिखिए कैश में. 3,000 लिख दिए कैश में. करेक्ट? यस सर. Then paid to Sushil bro by check. By check. तो यहां लिखेंगे 3rd March 2016. किसको पेमेंट किया? बाय सुशील एंड ब्रो. करेक्ट? अंडरस्टूड. हाउ मच वी हैव पेड बाय चेक? 3,400. तो वी राइट ऑन इन बैंक कॉलम 3,400. 3,400. एंड डिस्काउंट रिसीव. हो, उससे डिस्काउंट कितना रिसीव हुआ? 100. 100 इज द डिस्काउंट रिसीव. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? यस सर, अंडरस्टूड. देन सेल्स थ्रू क्रेडिट कार्ड. ओहो, ये तो पढ़ाया नहीं. चलो ठीक है, आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू. Whenever we do sales with credit card means it is a transaction with bank only. ये transaction with bank है. Are you able to understand this point? तो sales through credit card, हालांकि I will explain something about credit card after this, don't worry. तो sales through credit card 2,800. तो it means it is कितना तारीख? 5 March 2016. We are on two sales, and in bank column how much? 2,800. Understood? This much only. Then received check from Srijan. Now receipt of check will first treated as what? Cash. उसने बोल दिया है. Correct? Have you understood how much you received? 6,200. तो यहाँ लिखेंगे when 6 March 2016. तो from Srijan तो it will be treated as cash. तो 6,200 यहां पे लिखेंगे रिसीप्ट ओनली. रिसीप्ट चेक, नॉट डिपॉजिटेड. करेक्ट? देन 7 में एंडोर्स रीजन चेक इन फेवर ऑफ अदित. इन फेवर ऑफ अदित. So can I say it is endorsement of check? And endorsement of check means the journal entry what Adit amount, Adit account debit to check. Correct. So on 7 March 2016, we write on buy Adit how much in cash column 2000, in cash column 6000 कितना 6200, 6200, correct, 6200, understood. Then point number 9 means 9th March deposited into bank, of course cash deposited into bank, so this is contra entry. So 9th March 2016, so cash deposited into bank, तो क्या नहीं cash will decrease and bank will increase, तो यहाँ लिखेंगे टू what cash, bank account debit to cash, टू cash लिखा, and this is contra, तो bank balance will increase by what amount 6800, and we'll do simultaneously posting in the credit side also, यहाँ लिखेंगे by what bank, and we write down contra, and can I say cash will decrease by 6800, 6800 cash will decrease. I think this also you have understood. Yes sir, we have understood, correct. Then 10th March received check from Avilar and deposited the same into bank, and deposited the same into bank, अभी आप समझ रहे हो, receive किया check, पूरा deposited the same into bank, तो can I say it will be treated as bank only, क्योंकि मैंने आपको पहले समझाया by allowing a discount of ₹50. तो this is what 10th March 2016 from where you have received Aviral, correct. How much check received and deposited 3600, bank column will be increased, and discount कितने का है 50 is the discount. I think this also you have understood. ये point समझे. Yes sir, we have understood. Then next point 12th March Adit informed that Srijan check is dishonored. Oh ho, means जो endorse किया था वो dishonor हो गया, तो Adit informed that Srijan check is dishonored. Now cash is received from Srijan and amount is paid to Adit through own check, अपना चेक से पेमेंट किया. ओहो हो, Adit informed that Srijan check is dishonored. तो बताओ चेक डिसऑनर, जो एंडोर्स चेक था उसको डिसऑनर किए, तो एंडोर्स चेक हैज बीन डिसऑनर, व्हाट जर्नल एंट्री विल डू, बताओ क्या जर्नल एंट्री करेंगे, एंडोर्स चेक हैज बीन डिसऑनर, तो वेदर इट विल बी इंटर्ड इन कैश बुक, क्या कैश बुक में इंटर करेंगे, नो इट विल नॉट बी इंटर्ड इन कैश बुक, मींस द जर्नल एंट्री व्हाट, जर्नल एंट्री व्हाट सृजन अकाउंट डेबिट टू आदित्य, तो इसका कोई नहीं होगा. बट सृजन से बोला अब कैश मिल गया, तो ओके कैश मिल गया, कैश रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. तो ऑन 12th मार्च 2016 टू सृजन, सृजन से क्या मिला कैश, बोलो या सुनो, अंडरस्टूड. हाउ मच कैश इज रिसीव्ड 6200, तो 6200 हैज बीन रिसीव्ड, करेक्ट. एंड अदित को बोला पे किया थ्रू ओन चेक, मींस थ्रू चेक मींस बैंक, तो ऑन द सेम डेट on 12th March 2016 by Adit, by Adit you have done payment through bank, so how much you have paid, the amount was how much 6200. Have you understood this point? Of course you have understood, of course you have understood, ठीक है. Now sales through debit card, क्रेडिट कार्ड डेबिट कार्ड दोनों एक ही चीज है, क्रेडिट कार्ड में कुछ लिमिट होता है. आई थिंक यू मस्ट बी नोइंग अबाउट क्रेडिट कार्ड एंड डेबिट कार्ड. तो सेल्स थ्रू डेबिट कार्ड also same, it is also through bank transaction only. तो on which date, on 15th March, on 15th March 2016, तो टू सेल्स लिखेंगे, टू सेल्स डेबिट कार्ड ओनली, तो दिस इज also बैंक ट्रांजेक्शन, हाउ मच 1800, 1800, this also done. Now paid to Sanchit by check, paid to Sanchit by check, तो paid कर देते हैं, बताओ कितना 28 March 2016, तो by Sanchit, understood. How much paid, कितना पे किया, 3000 has been paid, 3000 has been paid. Now bank charge 1% commission on sales through debit card and credit card. Now whenever you do any sales transaction with debit card or credit card, the bank will charge a commission for that. तो देखा ना, it become a commission for you, expense for you. तो journal entry is commission account debit to bank, commission account debit to bank. तो बैंक will automatically deduct from your bank account, आपके बैंक अकाउंट से automatically deduct कर देगा. It means on which date, on 30 March 2016, by commission, but they have not given what, the amount. So you need to calculate on two sale which has been done through what, debit card and credit card. तो by commission लिखो, by commission कहने से 1% ऑफ what, तो दो सेल हुआ था, वन इज what चेक करेंगे, अमाउंट कितना था, क्रेडिट कार्ड का इट वाज 2800 एंड डेबिट कार्ड का इट इज हाउ मच. अच्छा एक ट्रांजेक्शन छूट गया, 24th मार्च वाला ट्रांजेक्शन छूट गया. आई विल डू इट, पहले कर लेते इसको, चलो ठीक है. तो सेल्स विद डेबिट कार्ड इज 3200, तो 3200, अरे कुछ गलती हो रहा है क्या? एक मिनट. सेल्स टू डेबिट कार्ड इज 3200, मैंने यहाँ पे 1800 लिख दिया, माय मिस्टेक. तो दिस इज 3200. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? अभी करते, दिस इज 3200, तो 2800 प्लस 3200, 6000. तो 1% ऑफ 6000 हाउ मच, कितना आया, 60 रुपीज. तो 60 रुपीज विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम बैंक, 60 रुपीज विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम बैंक. दिस पॉइंट हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? Have you understood? Yes, sir. There was one contra entry that was missed, 24th March, withdrawn from bank. So withdrawn from bank means cash will increase and bank will decrease. तो क्या एंट्री होगा, 24th March 2016, we are on two bank. It is a contra and cash will increase by 1800, correct? And on 24th March, थोड़ा पोस्टिंग गलत हो गया, आप तो नहीं करोगे एग्जाम में, तो this will be by what, cash, by cash, contra, and can I say your bank balance will decrease by 1800? Your bank balance will decrease by 1800. All transaction done. Now we'll do totaling and balancing. We'll do totaling and balancing. Can you give me the total of discount column? Total of discount column. Total of discount column दे दो. तो डिस्काउंट कॉलम का टोटल डेबिट साइड, डेबिट साइड it is 50, correct, and credit side it is 100. Credit side it is 100. Understood this point? Yes, sir. Now can you give me cash column का debit side total? So this is 32,200. So this is 32,200. Can you give me balance on 31st March? Balance दे दो, 31st March 2016 by balance carried down. By balance carried down, cash how much? It will be 19,200. Check करो, 19,200. Now bank column का, can you give me which side is more, debit side is more or credit side is more? Can you give me which side is more, debit side is more or credit side is more? Everyone, डेबिट साइड ज्यादा है कि क्रेडिट साइड ज्यादा है बैंक का? एवरीवन, debit side is more, it is 16,400. It is 16,400. Means can I say closing balance will be debit balance, it is an asset. Means opening it was liability, closing it become asset. तो कितना आ रहा है, the balance is coming how much, 1440. तो balance is coming 1440. Understood? तो these are the balance आ गया. Understood? This is triple column cash book. I think you have understood. Any doubt? बोलो। अरे पढ़ाता हूँ यार, खत्म कहाँ हुआ चैप्टर? आई हैव नॉट कंप्लीटेड अ चैप्टर। आप बोलते सब पैटी कैश बुक कौन पढ़ाएगा? मैं ही पढ़ाऊंगा। पैसा मुझे दियो तो मैं पढ़ाऊंगा ना। थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखो, नहीं तो पेशेंट बन जाओगे। करेक्ट। आई थिंक यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस। करेक्ट। देन ऐड ऑन accounting for credit or debit card sale. Already we have discussed, correct now. So credit or debit card sale. So nowadays you know that we can have a debit card. So normally whenever we have an account now, the bank will give a debit card. So debit card may we can do payment only up to the amount whatever has been deposited. Means suppose we have a bank balance of 1 lakh, so you can do transaction only up to 1 lakh payment transaction. But they come nowadays bank also give credit card with some limit. With some limit means of course on the basis of your bank transactions only. They will give on the basis of your credibility. For example, I have a current account जिसमें हर दिन 10 लाख 20 लाख आता है, तो बैंक को कोई डर नहीं है, तो बैंक will give a credit card. Correct. And can I say credit card se we can do purchase? Means for me it is a purchase, but for other party it is a sale. Correct now? Are you getting? तो जस्ट मेरी बात को समझना कि दिस इज बायर, दिस इज सेलर. ठीक है? जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. बैंक हैज गिवन डेबिट कार्ड और क्रेडिट कार्ड to buyer. Now bank, the buyer will use this card for purchase of any goods from seller. आप मेरी बात समझ रहे हो? तो बैंक हैज इशूड डेबिट कार्ड एंड क्रेडिट कार्ड टू बायर. Who has used debit card or credit card for sale transaction? Buyer. My question to you all, bank will charge commission from buyer or seller? ये एक डाउट आया. बैंक विल चार्ज कमीशन. बैंक किससे कमीशन चार्ज करेगा? बायर से कि सेलर से? आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? तो बिकॉज बैंक has given some facility, तो बैंक will charge some commission for that. तो बैंक will charge commission from buyer की seller. What do you think? किससे commission charge करना चाहिए? I was expecting that you will say buyer only, but the answer is not buyer. Just try to understand. मेरी बात समझना. Everyone. I said commission, not ATM, not ATM charges, not debit card charges, not credit card charges. वो अलग चीज है. But क्योंकि purchase किया, तो बताओ whose sales has been increased? Means if there was no debit card and credit card, for example, right now, I went to one market without cash. मेरे पास cash नहीं है. And normally it happened we don't carry much cash with us. अब कैश कितना होगा? इन माई पॉकेट तो ऑलवेज द कैश विल बी ओनली 1000 और लेस देन 1000 ओनली. आई डोंट टेक कैश ओनली. अब फिर भी मैं मार्केट में चला गया, अब कुछ चीज पसंद आ गया, आई लाइक सम आइटम, तो कैन आई से इवन दो आई डू नॉट हैव कैश, आई एम एबल टू परचेज इट बिकॉज ऑफ डेबिट कार्ड एंड क्रेडिट कार्ड. तो बताओ किसका सेल्स इंक्रीज हो गया? तो कैन आई से सेल्स किसका इंक्रीज हुआ? ऑफ द वेंडर. It means can I say bank has helped the vendor to increase their sales. तो can I say bank will charge commission from what? Vendor. Vendor से commission charge करेगा. बोला कि हम आपका sales increase कर रहे हैं ना, because of us your sales has increased, So you need to give some commission on sale price. Correct now? So bank will not charge commission from buyer, bank will charge commission from seller. Understood this point? Yes, sir. We have understood. Correct? So बताओ, what will be the transaction for sale made with debit or credit card or credit card? Understood? What is journal entry? Bank will increase bank account debit to sales. Then point number two, देखेंगे for commission charged by bank on such sale. On such sale, so it means it become an expense. So journal entry is commission expense account debit to bank to bank. Commission expense account debit to bank. तो बैंक will automatically deduct, वो काट के ही पैसा देता है. Have you understood this point? Commission expense account debit to bank. And this commission, this rate of commission vary from 1% to 4%. Means the rate of commission rate will vary from 1% to 4% of sale price. 1% to 4% of sale price. Means depending upon the credibility of what? The vendor. Are you getting? Depending upon the credibility, अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा transaction करते हो तो of course bank will charge less commission. If you are new to the bank, तो bank will may charge more commission. समझे ना? Depends upon the credibility and depends upon the bank to bank also. It vary from 1% to 4%. I have an exam for calculation of commission. They will give rate. Just for example, the last question they have given 1%, तो 1% वो दे देंगे. Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. So this also you have understood? Yes, sir. Correct. Now, the last point of this chapter about, write down, petty cash book. Petty cash book. Petty cash book. A different concept. ये आपको समझना है. Just try to understand. Because normally in our business we incur many small expenses in cash. Small expenses in cash on daily basis. Can I say for small expenses normally we don't use checks. Means for example if you want to do photocopy, so you will not do payment through your debit card or credit card. अभी तो आज का तो सब डिजिटल होने वाला है. Means now तो if I do some small transaction then also I do payment through what bank. चलो ठीक है, लेकिन normally in a business what happen कि for small expenses normally a petty cashier is appointed. Petty cashier means there are two cashier. One is main cashier, one is petty cashier. Why? Because if all the payment will be done by main cashier, so can I say he will be overburdened because small expense बहुत होते हैं. And if you will look into small expenses and big expenses, large expenses, then can I say he will be overburdened. There will be high chance of mistake. Therefore, normally a company appoint two cashier. One is main cashier, one is petty cashier. The petty cashier will look after only petty expenses. Petty expenses means small expenses in cash. Small expenses in cash. And they will have a limit. उनका एक लिमिट बांध देंगे कि any expense which exceed rupees 500 you cannot do. Means any expense of rupees 500 or less than rupees 500 can be made by what? Petty cashier. This depends upon what? Management to management, business to business, entity to entity. करेक्ट ना? अब मैनेजमेंट टू मैनेजमेंट होता है ना. फॉर रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री 10,000 माइट बी पैटी. 10,000 का जो खर्चा होता है वो माइट बी ए स्मॉल एक्सपेंस. फॉर मी तो 1 रुपीज एक्सपेंस इज ऑल्सो व्हाट? नॉट पैटी. तो दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट? बिजनेस टू बिजनेस. तो वन लिमिट विल बी सैंक्शन कि पैटी कैशियर कितने तक का पेमेंट कर सकता है, कितने तक का पेमेंट कर सकता है. मींस वन थिंग इज क्लियर कि for cash transactions normally we have two book. One is one is one is cash book and one is petty cash book. Petty cash book. Correct. Now when I am saying cash book cash transaction, so it means I am discussing only about cash column. Cash column. I am only discussing about cash column. Means any small payment in checks will not be recorded in petty cash book. वो तो बैंक कॉलम में रिकॉर्ड होगा in cash book. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Means only right now we are discussing about cash transaction. We are not discussing about bank transaction. Bank transaction के लिए हमेशा क्या होता है? Cash book होता है. And can I say both are subsidiary book? Both are subsidiary book. Both are subsidiary book. Correct? Understood? Can I say cash book is maintained by main cashier? It is maintained by main cashier. Correct? And petty cash book is maintained by petty cashier. इसका नाम हो जाता है petty cashier. Understood? Means can I say petty cashier will receive cash from main cashier only? Means main cashier will give some amount to petty cashier for day-to-day expenses. For day-to-day expenses, so suppose he has been given for a week 10,000. Now once the 10,000 will be what? Spent, then only he can demand more cash from main cashier. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. Can I say cash book is also principal book. Why it is principal book? Because this is in T-shape format. Correct? But petty cash book is not a principal book because this is not in T-shape format. It is not in T-shape format. इस बात को समझे तो लिखो, it is not a principal book. It is not a principal book. Correct? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि if it is a cash book is a principal book means cash account is not required to prepare in ledger. Correct? But in this, because it is not a principal book, can I say petty cash account will be prepared in ledger. Are we able to understand what I am saying? Correct? Understood? Now in this only small payment of petty expenses या expense because small लिख ही दिया, only small payment of expenses are recorded, correct. Now question is that sir, small payment up to which limit? How much is small? 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, kitna is small? So this small payment will be decided by management, will be decided by management. वो तो मैनेजमेंट डिसाइड करेगा, हम तो ना डिसाइड करेंगे, अकाउंटेंट विल नॉट डिसाइड, करेक्ट. तो स्मॉल पेमेंट, सपोज आई सेड इन माय बिजनेस स्मॉल पेमेंट अप टू 50 rupees कैन बी डन बाय पेटी कैशियर, एनी एक्सपेंस मोर देन 50 rupees यू नीड टू कम टू कैशियर, कैशियर पे करेगा, आप समझे. तो इसमें स्मॉल पेमेंट यहाँ हो गया 50 rupees. आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? मींस in cash book what we record? Can I say in cash book we record all payment, all payment in cash other than small payments, correct. Now all payment in cash other than small payments which are recorded in petty cash book, वो यहाँ record करेंगे. Are we able to understand this point? All payment in cash other than small payments which are recorded in petty cash book, petty cash book. इस point को समझे what I am saying, correct. And can I say in this also we record all receipt or receipt in cash, all received in cash whether it is small or large. Means can I say in petty cash book only we record small payment, means any receipt of small amount will not be recorded in what cash, petty cash book. आप समझ रहे मेरी बात को? तो only small payments are recorded. Any receipt of small amount, suppose I have received 10 rupees, तो वो petty cash book में record नहीं होता. Receipt will be in cash book only, correct? Are you getting? तो or receipt in cash whether small or large amount, large amount, understood, correct. I'm just writing because already I said I am not discussing about bank transaction, but to clarify, can I say all payment and receipt in checks will be also recorded in cash book? All payment and receipt in checks will be also recorded in cash book, means that is petty cash book check के लिए नहीं है, whether small, whether small or large amount, whether small or large amount, correct. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? Bolo. This point have you understood? करेक्ट. और यहां पे देखो चेक करो, मैं लिखा ओनली स्मॉल पेमेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंस, एक्सपेंस का जो पेमेंट होता है स्मॉल पेमेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंस, तो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ एक्सपेंस? फॉर एग्जांपल लिख लो, एग्जांपल कन्वेंस एक्सपेंसेस, कन्वेंस मींस ट्रेवलिंग एक्सपेंसेस, करेक्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल कॉटेज एक्सपेंसेस, स्टेशनरी एक्सपेंसेस, stationery expenses, postage एंड टेलीग्राम एक्सपेंसेस. अब तो ऐसा जमाना ना, ना पोस्टेज का जमाना है ना टेलीग्राम का जमाना है, बट एग्जाम में पूछते हैं, मैं क्या करूं. करेक्ट. एनी वेजेस पेड ऑन डेली बेसिस. करेक्ट. एनी स्मॉल मिसलेनियस एक्सपेंसेस. miscellaneous expenses, small miscellaneous expenses. These are the some example which will be recorded. Understood this point? Bolo. Have you understood this point? Correct. I think you have understood difference between cash book and petty cash book. तो बता receipt of small amount, receipt of small amount will be recorded in cash book or petty cash book, ये बता दो. Receipt of small amount will be recorded in cash book or petty cash book. Receipt of small amount will be recorded in cash book ki petty cash book. Everyone. नालायक फिर से बोलते पैटी कैश बुक. आई से रिसीप्ट ऑफ स्मॉल अमाउंट विल नॉट बी रिकॉर्डेड इन पैटी कैश बुक, इट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन कैश बुक. लिख तो दिया, फिर भी गलत बोलते हो. और रिसीप्ट इन कैश whether small or large amount will be recorded in cash book. नालायक. Understood? So it will be recorded in cash book means can I say in petty cash book only one receipt will be recorded. देखो, only receipt of cash from cashier, from main cashier लिख लो, from main cashier, from main cashier will be recorded, will be recorded. Correct. So only receipt of cash from main cashier will be recorded. What will journal entry for this? Journal entry क्या होगा? Petty cash will increase, petty cash account, debit to cash account, debit to cash account. तो cash account represent cash balance with main cashier. Petty cash account represent cash balance with petty cashier. Means there will be two cash account now, petty cash account and cash account. So can I say this will be recorded in cash book? So this will be recorded in credit side of cash book क्योंकि पेमेंट हो रहा है. This will be recorded in debit side of petty cash book, of petty cash book. And now how to prepare that I will explain, don't worry. We'll take one example to understand how to prepare petty cash book. इतना समझ में आया? Have you understood? Now, then on after this, impressed system of petty cash, impress system of petty cash. Impress system of petty cash. Impress system of petty cash. Now what is the impress system of petty cash? Is nothing but, मेरी बात को समझना, कुछ नहीं है. Suppose I am preparing one petty cash account. मेरी बात को समझना. Petty cash account में normally what happen कि at the beginning of the month some cash will be received from the main cashier. Suppose 1000 has been received. Correct. Now during this month the petty cashier will do small expenses. For example, buy postage they have done 10 rupees. Then buy stationery, buy stationery suppose they have done 100 rupees. Correct now. Then buy suppose uh, conveyance expenses, conveyance expenses. Are you getting what I'm saying? Conveyance expenses, suppose 200 rupees. Correct? Understood? So what is the total payment done? Total payment made is what? 310. So what is the balance? Balance kitna bacha? 1000 minus 310 is equal to what? 690. 690. So again, balance left at the end of the month is 690. So this system is not petty Impress system of cash book. Under Impress system of cash book, what main case? What main? Now, everyone. So what I was explaining, कि under Impress system of petty cash, the main cashier will reimburse to petty cashier all the payment done at that particular month. So in my example, how much payment made? 310. So at the end of the month, or it can be at the end of the week, etc. Whatever. Can I say the main cashier will reimburse 310? So what journal entry will pass? Petty cash account debit to cash. Correct. Now 310 will be added to the petty cash balance. Correct. So it means what will be the closing balance of petty cash at the end of the month? बताओ. At the end of the month closing balance कितना होगा ये बताओ. अगर ये system follow करे तो what will be the closing balance? What will be the closing balance? बोलो. Correct. तो can I say under Impress system, if the in under Impress system, can I say opening balance and closing balance will be always same? Means at the beginning of the new month, at the beginning of the next month, once again petty cashier will have 1000 rupees. So under Impress system, normally the main cashier will reimburse the payment made by the petty cashier during that period. Understood to write down in this? Under this write down. Cashier will reimburse reimburse all payment all payments made by petty cashier at the end of periodic interval. Correct? At the end of periodic interval. Thus thus petty cashier will have will have the same fixed amount fixed amount at the beginning of each at the beginning of each new period. Understood this point? Correct? Have you understood this point? This point you have understood? Correct. I think you have understood. So whenever in exam they ask you to follow impress system of petty cash book, तो can I say this journal entry you need to do by your own? आपको अपने से करना है. तो this is impress system. Are you getting? तो even though question is silent, reimbursement खुद कर देना है. If the question is has informed you about the impress system, and if the question is silent, then this journal entry is not required, because if you are not following impress system, then closing balance will be 690. Then closing balance will be 690. Have you understood this point? Correct? बोलो. Correct? Any doubt? बोलो. लिखो. If in exam question in a if in exam question they have asked you to follow impress system, then record reimbursement reimbursement then record reimbursement of small reimbursement reimbursement of payment made at the end of the period. Correct? And what will be journal entry for this? Journal entry क्या होगा? Petty cash account will increase to cash account to cash account. Have you understood this point? ये point समझे? Correct. Understood? Let me explain you one question. तो I will only explain you. You can do by your own. आप अपने से इसको कर सकते हो. Correct ना? Understood? So what they have given? Prepare petty cash book under impress system from the following. Oh, under impress system. Now they have given many transactions. Receive 100 for petty cash. Means this is received from whom? Received from main cashier. Correct? Then they have given many expenses. Check करो. तो किस तरह से बनाएंगे? देखो. Petty cash book. Just try to understand. There will be first receipt column. First you will draw receipt column. Then date column. Then voucher number. This is not required in exam because they will not give what voucher number. अगर आपको बनाना है तो बना लो, नहीं बनाना छोड़ो. Then particulars. Then total. Then all expenses, conveyance expense. So you need to identify what are the expenses. For example, bus charges means conveyance, cartage expense. So this is conveyance, this is cartage. Then postage and telegram. Then wages, then stationery, then tonga tonga charges. Tonga charges is also what? टोंगा चार्जेस क्या हुआ मुझे भी नहीं पता है भाई. बट इस टांगा चार्जेस होगा कि टोंगा चार्जेस होगा? करेक्ट ना? दिस इज conveyance expense only. Means for conveyance. For conveyance means for carriage of goods, etc. Yeah, for carriage of person. That is conveyance expense. Then paid for repair of chairs, the repair expenses. Then bus fare. This is also conveyance. Cartage expense. Cartage expense will be separate. Postage and telegram will be separate. Tonga charges once again conveyance. Cartage, stationery, refreshment will be a separate expense. You can see they have opened conveyance, then cartage, then stationery, then postage, then wages, and you can add on refreshment. Refreshment means what? uh, आप उसको सन्ड्रीज में लिख दिया, रिफ्रेशमेंट को सन्ड्रीज में लिख दिया. करेक्ट? Understood? And repair expense also you can write down in sundries, or you can also make repair expense and refreshment expense if you have so much column. अगर आपके पास और भी कॉलम है तो उसमें लिख दो repair expenses and what convey sorry क्या बोल रिफ्रेशमेंट एक्सपेंस. करेक्ट ना? तो इफ एनी एक्सपेंसेस विच हैज बीन डन वन टाइम उसको आप मिस सन्ड्रीज में लिख सकते हो. इफ एनी एक्सपेंस विच हैज बीन डन ओनली वन टाइम. चेक करो या कन्वेंस में कितना ट्रांजेक्शन है. देयर आर 4 ट्रांजेक्शन, देयरफॉर उसको अलग से बनाया है. कार्टेज में भी दे रहा हाउ मेनी ट्रांजेक्शन, 3 ट्रांजेक्शन, देयरफॉर अलग से बनाया. इसमें 2, इसमें 2. करेक्ट ना? वेजेस अब कुछ भी करते हैं ये. तो यू आई विल से बेटर यू ओपन वन रिपेयर एक्सपेंस एंड व्हाट also a refreshment expense, that will be more better. Correct ना? Now यहाँ पर कैसे लिखेंगे? First cash is coming in to cash, यहाँ लिख दिया 100. Then all expenses are there, by conveyance, by cartage, by postage, by wages, by stationery. और यहाँ टोटल में लिखे, उसके साइड में लिखे इसका टोटल बनाए, इसका टोटल बनाए, इसका टोटल बनाए. by balance carried down निकाले. by balance carried down क्या होगा? 100 and minus the total of this is balance carried down. But because this is impress system, so can I say either at the end or at the beginning of the next month, can I say once again what will be received, some amount will be received equal to what total payment 60. तो अब यहाँ पे 60 यहाँ टोटल कर सकते हो तो it become 160. जैसे यहाँ पे इन्होंने लिखा 2 cash 60 and automatically once again it become 100 because this is impress system. This is impress system. So can you do by your own? एक बार खुद ट्राई करो. The format will be like this. Once you try by your own, okay? Bolo, can you try by your own? Everyone. One minute, hold. Now, have you understood this much? Have you understood this much? Can you do it by your own? Bolo. Can you do it by your own? एक बार ट्राई करो, एक बार खुद ट्राई करो. देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस, वन मोर क्वेश्चन इज गिवन इन टेस्ट योर नॉलेज, उसको भी करो. फ्रॉम माय पॉइंट ऑफ दिस चैप्टर इज ओवर, ओनली वन पॉइंट इज लेफ्ट जो कल बताऊंगा रिलेटेड टू पेटी कैश बुक, दैट आई विल डू टुमारो. फॉर टुडे दिस मच ओनली. करेक्ट? आज के लिए इतना ही. बोलो. फॉर टुडे दिस मच ओनली. यू आर नॉट रेस्पॉन्डिंग. कैन यू डू इट बाय योर ओन? यस सर, यू कैन डू इट बाय योर ओन. So for today this much only. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day. Bye bye. Take care.